Hi guys, I want to, explain the reason why it's important for me as a person to bring awareness to gang stalking. Because some people will never believe the type of people that actually gang stalk. Sometimes it's your own family, it could be co-workers, classmates, neighbors that gang stalk you, and they do it over time. They collaborate with they bring other people involved. They start off small. It just starts with one person usually, but they start bringing other people in with lies, bribery, to where they start going further into property management. They start bribing your property manager to be able to have access into your apartment. I'm speaking from experience. I'm not the only person that this happens to that has gone through this kind of things, but a lot of people don't know. Some people go for a long time and never know. Some people end up in terrible situations and they never knew that they were being gang stalked. So somebody has to do it. I'm not the only person bringing awareness, but I'm happy to be bringing awareness because people need to know. You need to know that people will go to any lengths, and it's usually about money. They steal from you like they were doing to me. They were stealing from me. They stole inheritance that my father left me. They took me off my father's will. They didn't give me my part of my father's life insurance policy. Somebody was stealing my stimulus checks. They had me trapped in an apartment, collaborated with the property manager, with people that were neighbors in the same building. Every time I would go out, they would go in my apartment. They wanted me to know that they were going in. I mean, there was a lot of things that they were doing. And I still have, and it's under investigation. And I know for a fact I have proof that it's under investigation because I communicate with the inspector on a regular, because they were stealing my mail, blocking my mail. You know what I mean? They were doing a whole lot of things. They had secret hidden cameras in my apartment. They were pocket watching me to where I didn't even have enough for myself. And I'm not angry, but this is this is a very touchy subject. I feel bad for people that don't know that they're going through this. And you thinking that some people think they have a loving family and this and that, but they don't know that, oh, that family wants your ideas. Maybe you're a smart person, you're creative. Now they want your ideas, but they don't want you to know that, they admire your ideas, but they can't come up with it. And it's not to be bragging or arrogant, but why not work with the person? No, they're not going to do that. They want to steal the ideas. And so they steal from you and then in turn make you the bad guy. So they want to make you the victim all the way around. Somebody stealing from you and then slandering you behind your back, letting people believe that you're somebody you're not. The only saving grace of me is that I never did crimes. Anything that I do, they can't lie and say that I was doing anything wrong. I always do things in the right way. They try to say that I had disease. I've never had a disease. I take regular checkups. I take regular blood tests, everything. Everything is clean. But these are the things that these gang stalkers would do. They would say these things to strangers. These strangers don't know any better. I don't blame the strangers for believing, but they could see for themselves that they were lied to. It's a beautiful thing when people get exposed for the things that they're doing. And I want people to know, be very careful and be aware that this could happen to anybody. Anybody. You don't know who, because it doesn't have to be your family. It could be just anybody you meet. I had friends that were involved. They didn't want to be real friends to me, but they turned around and collaborated with families, case managers. They're supposed to be case managers for the property that I was living in. They were in on it, all kinds of things. It's just funny. It's funny, but not in a hilarious way, but it's like clown. Like they are clowns and they really use the system in the wrong way. And awareness needs to be brought to it. Everybody needs to know that people do these kind of things. They involve anybody that they can. And I'm sorry if I sound like I'm rambling, but I know that it's helping people. And that's what I want to do, because I wish that I knew these things. I would have cut people off a long time ago. I wouldn't have waited till 2020 to start cutting people off. I would have cut them off since 2016 or something. But thank you.